Sure. Here's a detailed English dialogue between two people discussing starting a small business focused on manufacturing shelf lighting. The dialogue includes brainstorming, planning, and addressing challenges. Anna, entrepreneur with a product idea. Mark, her friend with a background in electronics and business. Hey, Mark, do you have a minute? I've been thinking about starting a small business and I'd love your opinion. Sure. Anna, what kind of business are you thinking about? I want to start a small scale manufacturing line for LED shelf lighting. You know, those sleek light strips people use in display cabinets or on bookshelves. Interesting. What made you think of that? I recently installed some in my kitchen and realized how expensive and limited the options are. I think there's room for customizable, high quality options, especially for small businesses, shops, and even DIYers. That's actually a great niche. So you're thinking of designing and assembling the lights yourself? Exactly. I've done some basic prototyping using LED strips, aluminum profiles, and dimmers, but I'd like to build a small workshop to assemble kits and maybe offer installation services later on. Makes sense. What kind of shelf lighting are you thinking of? Just basic white LED strips or something fancier? A mix. Basic warm and cool white options at first, then maybe RGB or motion sensor lights. I'd like to keep the early version simple to control costs. Smart. Have you thought about your target customers? Primarily interior designers, furniture makers, and small retail shops that need display lighting. I'd also market directly to consumers who enjoy home improvement projects. Sounds like a solid plan. What about the production side? Do you have the tools and space to assemble everything? I've cleared out half of my garage for a mini workshop. I'll need to invest in a soldering station, cutting tools, a few jigs for assembly, and packaging materials. I already found a couple of reliable suppliers for LED components. Nice. Keeping production local gives you more control over quality too. What about certifications? Some clients might expect basic electrical safety compliance. That's a good point. I've started looking into CE marking requirements and low voltage directives. At the beginning, I'll clearly label the lights as low voltage kits, not hardwired fixtures. That should cover you initially. Later, you can look into formal certifications if you expand. How about pricing? That's the tricky part. Right now, a high quality LED shelf light from a brand can cost $40 or $60. I think I can make and sell a better looking product for $25 to $30 while still keeping a healthy margin. That's competitive, especially if your design stands out. How do you plan to market it? Social media and local trade shows to start with, maybe Etsy or a simple Shopify store. And I'm thinking of creating installation videos and tutorials on YouTube to drive traffic. I love that. You're building a brand and educating at the same time. Are you going to run this alone? At first, yes. If things go well, I might hire someone part-time to help with packaging and inventory. That sounds manageable. Have you set any goals? I want to sell 100 kits in the first 3 months. If I can do that, I'll invest in better tools and expand the product line. It's ambitious, but very doable. I think you've got something here, Anna. Want me to help you build the first few prototypes? That would be amazing. I could use your help with the wiring and maybe some advice on PCB options if we go beyond basic strips. Let's do it. We can schedule a weekend to work on it. And hey, maybe I'll invest if you ever need a partner. Deal. Thanks, Mark. This might really turn into something big. Would you like this dialogue adapted into a script format, added to a presentation, or